Have you been trying to figure out a way to create content on multiple platforms so that you can grow your brand and be more present to more people and make more money on social media, but you can't figure out how in the heck you're supposed to be on multiple platforms doing multiple pieces of content and maintaining your sanity? And I know the experts are telling you to create one big piece of content and break it up into smaller pieces and throw those up on social media, but the thing is, that doesn't really work because each social media platform has its unique characteristics, and people come to YouTube for something different than they go to TikTok for. And let's be honest, nobody really wants to see a YouTube video that's been cut down into a square with a blurry top and bottom, or your face is this close to the camera because you couldn't take the time or the effort to make a native video for that platform. And I know it's a lot, but people on TikTok want to watch TikTok and people on YouTube want to watch YouTube. So why not give them the unique viewing experience that they came for instead of giving them some leftovers that doesn't even fit the platform? What's up, y'all? Welcome to the winning team. I'm Nakisha if you're new. So today I want to get into a new content repurposing strategy that I've been implementing probably over the last 30 to 60 days. Even though I've had evidence of this for a month, I just started doing this and I'm seeing some really great results. I will continue to implement this strategy going forward. As a content creator, I'm sure you understand the importance of being on multiple platforms so that you can grow your brand, get more exposure, make more money, and all that good stuff. But let's be honest, when you're a solopreneur and you don't have a team of 15 behind you, it can be a little bit difficult to spread your content out on so many platforms because these platforms have their own unique personalities. And a lot of times we hear that you should create one piece of content, like you should create a YouTube video, turn that YouTube video into small little videos that you can put on Instagram and TikTok and all that good stuff. And all that's cute and everything. I personally think that it depends on the type of content you create and how you create those videos, because personally, I like watching native content to that platform. And when I see something that's obviously a broken down YouTube video, I literally scroll right on past it, right? So the thing that I'm going to be doing really involves me creating one piece of pillar content. And that pillar piece of content is going to be my YouTube video. I chose YouTube because YouTube is really a good outreach platform to where you can reach new people. Even if I'm behind the scenes, working on something else, being with my kids, out on vacation, or no matter what I'm doing, YouTube is working for me constantly. And so I chose this as my top pillar piece of content because not only does it works as a marketing machine in my business, but two, I can make money from these videos. So I think it's smart to think about your content distribution as a pyramid, right? So at the top of that pyramid, you have your pillar piece of content, which should be packed with value, like absolutely juicy, okay? A juicy piece of content so that it can flow down to those other smaller pieces of content that you're going to create. So once I sit down to outline that video, I write out step by step, this is what we're going to talk about in this video. These are the subsections. And once it's all said and done, I have a full, complete outline. Now, personally, I do not script my videos. It would be very hard for me to sit and read off of a screen and really talk like this and go step by. I don't like that. Feels very robotic to me. I don't like when people are on camera presenting like a robot. It's just me. It's my personal style. I like to freestyle off the top of my head, which is why I like to talk about things that I know about. Now, once that outline is done, I sit and I actually record my video. Now, the second step of this repurposing process is that outline gets handed off to my content assistant, who has then taken those outlines and created a blog post from the outline that I give her. Now, the benefit in this is that I don't have two duplicate pieces of content, right? Because it's like, if you watch my YouTube video and then you go over to my blog and you end up seeing this blog post, you're like, okay, well, I already saw that on her YouTube channel. Why am I gonna sit here and read it again? Now, when she does the blog post, it's totally my thoughts, totally my process, totally how I do things or what I have to say. But when she's taking that outline, she's taking her interpretation of what I presented in the video and creating a new piece of content. And then once she's done with that blog post, it gets sent back to me so that I can go in and add my extra sauce to what she just presented. So typically I'm adding more information, because if you know anything about blogging, you know that long form content works a lot better than short form content. I'm adding a free download of some sort. So I'm basically adding more value to what was probably given in the YouTube video, and I'm making it more digestible for someone that is reading, if that makes sense. Then I go in and also do all the SEO and everything like that. So it's pretty simple on how I go from video to blog post. Now, another step that I want to take in this process that I have not done yet, and if you have a podcast, you can actually do as well. Not every video. I don't think that every video makes sense for this, but if you have videos that would make good podcasts, you could extract the audio from your YouTube videos and turn them into podcast episodes. Now, I don't currently have a podcast, but once I do get it up and running, I will have several YouTube videos to go back through and consider adding to that podcast. But if you do have one now yourself, I think that is an amazing next step, because here's the thing about a YouTube channel, a blog, and a podcast. All three of those platforms are search based, and they're amazing for outreach and reaching new people, and they do it pretty passively. You don't have to do much after you put the content up. So I think that's an absolutely amazing strategy for the top part of your pyramid. Now, let's get into the marketing aspects of this. So you have your primary pieces of content, and they're feeding each other. And now you just need to market that, because we all know that search base can take a little bit longer sometimes to pick up steam, but over the long term, they're going to work much better for you than any social media site. Let's just be clear. It's going to work better for you over the long run. Now, in my humble opinion, I believe that content should be created specifically for social media. I do not like the concept of chopping up your YouTube video and throwing that on Instagram. I don't like it. I don't like it thrown on TikTok, especially because I just don't think it moves fast enough, and the vibe of the video is just not there, in my opinion. So what I have been doing is creating specific pieces of content first for Pinterest. Once the blog post and the YouTube video are done, I will come up with new click-worthy titles for each piece of that social media content. So we're talking Pinterest. I will create 5 to 10 pins for one specific video, and the title to each of those pins may be something completely different. And so you get the drift. Each of those pins, I'm going to create new click-worthy titles, and I think that's what you should do to each piece of content. And when it comes to creating video, because we know you can't get away with not creating video, I take the concept and the idea in my pillar pieces of content and create specific pieces of video for social media. So that looks like me going back through my YouTube videos and finding moments where I was dropping bars, okay? Gems, moments that I think really stand out and resonate with people that I can then go and recreate by sitting down for 30 to 60 seconds and saying that line again, okay? For a reel or a idea pin or wherever I'm promoting that content. One thing about YouTube is that they have amazing analytics. You can go in YouTube Studio and really see the moments that people are liking, when they're falling off, all that kind of stuff on your video. Another way to find those moments is if people comment, if they make comments about things that you said in the video. You can take those moments and turn those into native videos for the platform that you're trying to post it on. Because the thing about platforms to me, like Instagram, is that they're nurturing platforms. These are platforms that you use to just go deeper with your audience and really connect with them. It's not the platform that you're trying to do outreach on, how YouTube is. Two different platforms for two different purposes. So why would you take the same content and try to put it on a platform where it does not fit? Now, that has been working absolutely amazing for me on Pinterest. Absolutely amazing. And this concept works for me also on Instagram. On Instagram, I never reposted my YouTube videos or anything like that. Actually, for me, I don't even create the same type of content on Instagram that I do on YouTube, because it just doesn't work for the current audience that I have. They like to know about Nakisha and more lifestyle type of stuff. And you know, I'm just talking to them real and raw and stories. I'll be back to Instagram soon, by the way. But this is the strategy that I've been using for my content. Not trying to take a piece of content and force it somewhere, but to have your pillar pieces of content and use the ideas of those pillar pieces of content and create custom pieces of content for social media, whether that is short form video, whether it's taking those fire moments and turning them into quotes or tweets, or just feed posts for Facebook, or wherever you're posting your content. Consider creating custom pieces of content that derive from your pillar pieces of content and making them specifically for the platforms that you're going to be posting on. So that's the strategy that's been working for me and that I will continue to test out for the remaining of this year. If you need more ideas about content creation and how to do it and be more productive to get out more pieces of content, check out this video right here. I go into depth on exactly how I do it.